Hey DIY guitarists, I've got a quick one for you today, I hope anyway. Uh, this has happened to me a couple of times recently in the last, I don't know, a couple of years now. And I don't know if it's a sign of the times or if it's just sort of a fluke. But if you have these sort of Schaller style strap locks, you can see that, especially in profile, they don't look quite right. You see this has the little ball end on it here, and this side does not. So the ball end has simply unscrewed and fallen off. That is this guy. Now if you're able to hold on to this and not lose it, or you're aware of when it falls off, you can repair this fairly easily. I know a lot of people have put on videos where they've cut these things off at the strap lock part. They've tried to cut through this part, take the screw off, take the strap off, and do a bunch of sort of things. But that's not really that necessary. So while this has happened a few times, this is actually, I've been using these sort of strap locks for decades now, and I've never had this problem until more recently. So I don't know if it is a difference between the Schaller German-made ones that say West Germany on them still, or the off-brand ones. I won't say what brand these things are because I don't know that it really matters. So I don't know if it's a brand issue or what, but we're going to go ahead and fix it. And it's actually fairly simple. All you really need are a couple of things that you have around the house. Some pliers, needle nose pliers, and the secret weapon, string, or in this case, floss. I think floss will show it better on camera, and it's probably a little easier to work with because it's slightly thicker. But that's going to be it. And we'll be able to fix this in just a few minutes, and it won't cost anything other than some time, and I'll probably have to bleep myself from cursing at it because I've done this a couple of times. It is a little bit tricky. It's not super hard. If you get it right, it'll take you under a minute. If you have to do it a few times like I always seem to, then you'll probably need to watch your mouth if anyone is around. But anyway, this is super simple repair. So let's get over to the super secret kitchen table amazing workshop space that I have, much like all the do-it-yourselfers. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so here is the strap lock situation. So here's your ball end, and if we turn this thing around, as it wants to run away on me. Okay, so you can see it's threaded in here, and all that does is it screws onto this centerpiece here. You can see it kind of moving around. Yeah, I think you can. All right, so this is an awkward setup for it, but all we're really going to do is we're going to take some floss here, and we're going to put a little loop on it, and we're going to try and thread it around the plunger, I guess it would be called. And we're going to pull that out, and as we pull it out, we're going to immediately grab it with our pliers. We won't be a whole lot, so we're not going to get a ton of purchase on it. But we're going to pull it out and then immediately slide the strap lock off. And at that point, the strap lock is off, and we can do the quick repair, which is really just screwing that part of it back on. So I'm going to attempt that here. Grab some floss, way more than I need, but that's all right. And we just pull it into a loop here. Actually, I'm going to try and do a little granny knot on the loop. So if you can see what I've done, I've got a little loop going. I'm going to try and stuff that into the hole there. This is slightly awkward, especially as it does like to. Let's move this down towards the middle of the string here. All right, and then we can tie or pull it a little tighter. Okay. We'll see how many tries this takes. First time I did it, I think it was 2 tries. The second time I did it, it was like 15 tries. So, beginner's luck. Let's make this a little bit smaller. And I'm using a little toothpick to get it fed around the screw post in there. There it goes. And let's come right back out again. I thought this was going to be a nice short little 3-minute video, but clearly this takes a little more effort. Okay, well, it's in there, more or less, but I think it's ready to come right out at a moment's notice. So I'm going to move the camera over this direction, get it out of my way. Otherwise, it'll just look like an earthquake every second as I try to bang on it. And I'm going to attempt number 1 here. I don't think I got anything other than I'm pulling the string out of it. So we'll stuff it back in there. I think that was also the key, was getting both sides of the string on the same side. Oh, it's almost there. And it did not pull anything out. So we'll try it again. One of many tries. If you see an edit in here, it is simply because it got to take too long, and I can't have this be a 20-minute video on how to do a 3-minute repair. It's a 20-minute video, or it's a 3-minute repair when you get it done right. All the other attempts don't count towards your time. So I'm not sure. I think you're seeing it just fine. Okay, so we've got it already. If I can get my hand out of the way. Oh, it was so close. So we go to attempt number 3. And it doesn't count toward your time. Okay, well, let's see if we swap hands. Oh, we got it. We got it. If I could just get my pliers. Oh. You know, I'm going to need to prop this up just a bit because I can't get the pliers open enough. Shut up. Which means, well, that actually might be a better angle for the camera anyway. Alright, so we propped it up to get a better angle on the pliers, and that just pulled my string loose, which is fine. We can re-thread it here off camera because the camera is too narrow. Okay. Then we get it fed right back in. We'll make it a little tighter, I guess. So why are you fighting me? You're twist somewhere. Okay, that's probably better. It's got to go around. You can't just stuff the string in there. It's got to go around the screw. Like I said when we started, it's a lot of patience. But you don't have to cut anything. You don't have to buy anything. Okay. All right. Now we've already got it, so we'll just take our pliers. And there. It's just that simple. Now what you'll see is that this bit falls out, which is the screw and the little spring that goes with it. And all you do for that, we'll do the little repair thing here in front of everybody, is it just goes right in like that. Okay, and then you see on this end, it's kind of sticking up. Well, you just push it through from this end, and you get it sticking through a lot. And then we'll take our little cap, and we'll put it back on. Now, I don't know what kind of materials these are. They don't seem like they're super strong. I don't know if a little, what do you call that stuff? Loctite will work on there. But let me see if I can find some Loctite, and I'll drop some on there, and hopefully that'll help. And then we'll take, we'll screw that on and get it some torqued on there so it's not coming off again. Let me see if I can find some Loctite. All right, well, so let's get the floss and the toothpick out of the way. I didn't find any Loctite, but to tighten this thing down, basically I'm going to grab it with this set of pliers, the needle nose, because they fit into the collar there. Then I'm going to take some other pliers. I might put a little bit of tape on them so they don't scratch it up so bad. We'll see if the tape even makes a difference. It might not, probably won't. All right. So we get our pliers in here. We're gonna hold, see the little piston here that pushes down? So when your strap lock goes in, that goes into this hole right here. And the way it works is you pull the strap lock down, and that clears out of the way, clears that hole, and then you can pull it off. But we need to get these two pieces married together as well as we can get them married together. This will take some amount of patience as well. I don't know that I'm going to get it done the first time. I'm gonna try. All right, so we've got one grabbed. We just grab this and we're going to turn them the opposite way, or tighten it anyway. And again, probably going to take a few attempts at this. And every time I get hold of one side, the other side falls off, but that's all right. You get the idea. So is that good? I don't know that that's good enough for me, but we'll attempt. There might be a better tool, but this is what I think people will have on hand in their houses. So the problem is you have this surface here to grab hold of that. Well, it's only coming up about that much. So it wants to slide off real easily, and these are tapered. But you can slide them right in there, and they get right on the edge of that thing. And as I turn it to help you guys see the top side, this is actually taking more effort than, okay, so that actually got some good purchase on there. So that seems to be on there pretty darn well. I doubt if I can turn it any at all, but I'm trying to get it torqued on there just a little bit. I know it's not going to torque on there a lot. Oh yeah, there we go. So if I do it where you can't see anything on camera, then it works a lot better. Does that help you guys out? All right, that's not going in. Oh, no, it's sliding around inside. That's why. Okay, so there we go. Now, ooh, get my finger nice and pinched. So that's about as well torqued as I can get it. If you've got Loctite, it's worth a shot. I don't know that it will work with the metals that are involved. And when you do Loctite, you only get it onto the threads. And just to do a little drop, because as you thread the thing on, it will spread itself around a nice little thin coat. And it's kind of like glue. So now our strap lock goes on, strap lock comes off, and it's really just that simple. It looks like this part of it's already been 5 minutes. So there we go. That's how you replace this thing, or you fix this thing. So it's just that easy. It takes a few minutes, takes a little bit of patience, but that's all. And you don't have to buy new strap locks, you don't have to mar your guitar to cut anything up. It's really simple. I still recommend the Schaller style strap locks because I find them to be amazing. Even when they fail, you notice that it failed where it still worked. As a strap lock, it's just worked a little too well. Anyway, hope you learned something from that, and hope it helps you out if you ever need it. And that's what this channel is all about. Do it yourself. Thanks.